Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasada Yasya prasadat.
Why would Prabhupada do away with the system of disciplic succession that has been kept for millions of years?
How is he throwing away when you say that he has introduced a system whereby he is still giving you the transcendental knowledge? Even let's say that you talk about the present Guru system, they are telling you that we are only bringing you to Prabhupada. And they are advising you to read Prabhupada books. So knowledge is coming from who? From Prabhupada. So if you say we are throwing a system, then we should do away with Prabhupada totally. We have not.
What is Diksha? Diksha is the process by which one can awaken his transcendental knowledge and vanquish all reactions caused by sinful activity. A person expert in the study of the revealed scriptures knows this process as Diksha. Diksha means receiving transcendental knowledge, thus becoming freed from sinful reactions. How to receive transcendental knowledge? As Brahmaji received knowledge directly from the Lord by satisfying him fully, similarly one has to receive the transcendental knowledge from the spiritual master by satisfying him. The spiritual master's satisfaction is the means of assimilating transcendental knowledge. The spiritual master's satisfaction is the means of assimilating transcendental knowledge. How to satisfy the spiritual master? One should strictly adhere to the instructions of the spiritual master, for if he is pleased, certainly the Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado yasya prasadan nagati kutopi. By strictly following his instructions, one pleases the spiritual master, thus pleasing Krishna. Can one please the spiritual master after his disappearance?
Guru Kripa only comes by pleasing the spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada?
Otherwise how?
Excuse me?
Otherwise how it can come?
So those disciples who don't have opportunity to see you or speak with you.
That he is speaking. Bani and Bopu. Even if you don't see his body, you take his word. Bani.
But how do they know they're pleasing you, Srila Prabhupada?
If you actually follow the words of Guru, that means he is pleased. If you do not follow, how you can...
Not only that, but your mercy is spread everywhere. And if we take advantage, you told us once, then we will feel the result.
Yes. My Guru Maharaj passed in 1936 and I started this movement in 1965, 30 years after. Then I am getting the mercy of Guru. Huh?
Yes.
This is Bani.
Yes.
Even the Guru is not physically present. If you follow the Bani, then you are getting help.
If one follows the Vani, he will receive Guru Kripa. Diksha means receiving transcendental knowledge, thus becoming freed from sinful reactions. The spiritual master's satisfaction is the means of assimilating transcendental knowledge. By strictly following his instructions, one pleases the spiritual master, thus pleasing Krishna. If one follows the Vani, he will receive Guru Kripa.
So we are interested in getting transcendental knowledge, and that is coming from Prabhupada. That everybody cannot deny that. Okay? So when you get knowledge, only then your heart can become purified. Transcendental knowledge we are talking about, not mundane knowledge. That's why Krishna also stressed in Bhagavad Gita 4:34, Tad vidi parnipatena pariprasne sevaya upadeshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. Is talking about the self-realized soul imparting you knowledge. That means you are going to a person, approaching him for knowledge. But today's system of communication is that Prabhupada's speeches are recorded. They're so advanced. They manage to record everything and keep in tapes, in data and so many things which are accessible even though you are not with him 50, 60 years ago, but you still can get his association. So how is it that you are breaking the tradition? The tradition all along has been to impart this knowledge. Krishna imparted the knowledge to Brahma and Brahma did not see him. Prahlad Maharaj received knowledge from Narada Muni and he did not even see him.
When he was in the womb of his mother, Prahlad Maharaj listened to the words of Narada Muni. One cannot imagine how the baby in embryo could hear Narada, but this is spiritual life. Progress in spiritual life cannot be obstructed by any material condition. This is called ahaituki apratihata. Reception of spiritual knowledge is never checked by any material condition.
So it is not the question of some physical, personality that you must approach for knowledge. That is not supported in the Vedic scriptures. Vedic scriptures support that you hear. How you hear, that's another thing. But you must hear from a pure devotee, a tattvadarshi. And a tattvadarshi is qualified in the Bhagavad Gita in 639 as someone who sees Krishna everywhere. If someone is seeing Krishna, then he is never lost. Because he is on the transcendental consciousness, he is talking to Krishna, therefore he is giving you Krishna's direct message.
Definition of Tattvadarshi. A real preacher cannot be bogus. He must first of all realize Lord Vishnu as he is, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tadvadarshinaha. One who has seen the truth can impart knowledge. The word Tattvadarshi refers to one who has perfectly realized the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a person can become a guru and propound Vaishnava philosophy all over the world.
But if you are not seeing Krishna and talking to Krishna, then how you can impart this transcendental knowledge? That is bogus. The Vedic system is talking about imparting transcendental knowledge. You understand? Divya Gyan. The word is used Divya. Divya doesn't mean mundane stuff. Divya means what? Transcendental. Correct? And that's why Sukracharya is been rejected. Bali Maharaj rejected Sukracharya, his so-called physical guru, because he was speaking nonsense. Don't go to Krishna. And as a result, he rejected him. These are all sastra. So we cannot rely on this physical thing. And plus you can see, today's modern civilization is so advanced that everybody is connected not by what? Physical thing. All your gadgets, Facebook, this book, that book, everything is based on hearing or more or less seeing your data, something. Is it not? Is it not?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.